extra, extra? How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When that hush comes, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out the
Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When that hush comes, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy.
So even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Fields going to throw right away. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And certainly they get on the road in the playoffs. It is a suboptimal start opening drive by a team.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
On 1st down, Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Straight ahead, Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields. Dancing to his left. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. now is Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
26.
Rodgers now to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey, take 26. Hey, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Gabriel Davis from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are once again back in front. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Benogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Desmond King back deep. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 44, Rodgers going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Van Jefferson, 44 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said, we're walking off the field. Want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
To about the 26 here. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out 2-20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields on first down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Fields. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. Now Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
50. Hey, you block over here. 30.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Solid stiff arm. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephen Weatherly in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 30, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
He's into the secondary, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Ravens take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Parkey with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown Raiders. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Benogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Now a first down throw, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Fields throwing again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on third down, Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Hooked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now. And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. if they want to advance in this divisional round. Look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, he did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're on 4th down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and play.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. He's at the 50. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Had an open man that time, man. They put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. As this complete to Woods. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rodgers. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 50 feet. They built a lot of looking behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back. Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Fields. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. All eyes on Fields. And he's this one is down he goes. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The